Man, frick this. Y'all are wild for that. You're wild for that. I understand you went and did the interview, but come on, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all really came from my head on that for no reason. Whatever. I just didn't want to leave the stream that way. I didn't want to leave it. I didn't want to leave the stream like that. I'm scared they're just going to get us again. They kicked everybody out. We had to just freaking just stop the whole stream. That's crazy, bro. They must have literally live did that. Did they actually take the whole stream down? Yo, that's wild. That's crazy if they took it whole thing down. Okay, it's still there. Whatever. Okay, so we'll leave that where it is. I will work on that at another point. It's just what it is. It's just part of dealing with this situation. So I think the way that YouTube works is what they'll do is someone has to go in there while you're doing it and literally say that this is copyright. But because I think that they're a news channel, they do that. And they probably saw that it was a live stream and they pressed the button to copyright it. Or it could be YouTube because we are watching the official video. And so I think YouTube has an algorithm that if you have a video and audio that's matching a video already exists, YouTube might do that. That's so crazy. I'm scared. I'm a little scared to play the rest of it just because they might just freaking get mad all over again. The audio, yeah, I thought about before when we've done reactions. I've done a lot of research on reactions. You do have to be careful. A lot of times it's easier if you know somebody you're reacting to, or like there's a where they won't do that to you. Because they're a news station, I can understand it's their content. So we can't really do anything about that. I will see if I can appeal it. I don't know if I can. I don't think it would change anything. I think the stream itself got ruined because I think that they literally screwed it up. Anyway, the whole extra part of this was this. I'm not going to go back to the stream. I'm sorry, guys. It's only 3 minutes left. I will probably have to just make a video for you guys afterwards about it. What I will tell you is this. That was really crazy to watch. I didn't think that it was going to be anything other than what we've been seeing in the media. And my entire mind is just been out of shape right now. I think I'm more confused than anything. Oh, if she freaking voodoo spelled, we'll rebuke her quicker than a hurry. But I mean, I feel like we reacted to the majority of it. I'm sorry that happened. This is just going to be our part 2. I'll just share my quick thoughts with you. But I feel confused. I feel more hurt again than anything because it's like you don't have to do an interview. You don't have to do any of this. You want to, and you're talking like we're back in 2014. You're acting like nothing of the last few years and that everything is a series of unfortunate events. And it's heartbreaking. And it sucks. And yeah, it's a real mind warp. I really think that I'm a little discombobulated just because I think I'm just more confused than anything. I think that after I talked to her, that was like almost like the closest that I think I've seen her to something that I knew. So I think what shocked me was I thought that that person was completely gone. But to see her acting like that was almost like, oh yeah, I that's familiar. That's somewhat familiar. And it's almost like, oh, my brain's like, that's your mom. And then my heart's like, remember, bro? Remember all that? Like, you're not crazy. You're almost it's almost to a point where you're almost questioning yourself. Am I just nuts? Is she telling the truth? Absolutely not. She's not telling the truth. So she's good at manipulation. She's good at it. I think for me too, is you just have to just keep reminding myself it doesn't matter how normal she seems to other people. It doesn't matter the way she presents herself in other ways. She's she's gone. That Lori can still show up when it wants to, but I can't tell you guys how many dreams I've had of her in the last 5 years where every single time she's evil in my dream, like maniacally evil, and always loves what she did. And I'm not trying to project my dreams onto the real person, but that's my point. I think that she is definitely evil in her heart, but she presents herself in a certain way. So that's a lot to unpack. Appreciate you guys so much, seriously, from jumping on from the other stream to here. I did not expect for that to happen. We've never had that happen outside of watching a movie. So I'll have to do some research on how to make sure that I pause more often because I'm not good at that. And to be honest, I didn't have too much to say when I was listening to what she was saying because I wanted to hear more of her what she was saying. The majority of what she said was nonsense and had nothing to do with anything, and I think that was a big waste of time for her to constantly tell us about the situation she's in and all the things that she's doing. So, long story short, definitely a different side. It's interesting for you guys to experience that. It makes me realize because I'm learning again. We just talked about last night on our live, but learning about reparenting yourself and learning about realizing like what it was like mentally for me growing up. It was weird. Mentally growing up for me, realizing like that's the type of stuff I had to deal with, which was that sweet and then that freaking switch. You know what I mean? So I share it with you always because we're all trying to get better. It's important to try to get better. It's important to try to make every day and do something positive, and just try your best to be the better version of yourself. She clearly doesn't want to do that. She has a choice right here, right now. She doesn't have to do any of this. I really wish she would just stop. Stop fighting it. Stop trying to force your lies down everyone's throat. Stop trying to pretend that it's not what it is. Stop lying on Tylee's name. Stop lying on everyone's name. Stop trying to do this. I just wish she'd stop. And it just makes me realize how much harder it is that it's a choice. You're not forced to do this. You just admitted it. You want to be your own lawyer. You want to call people up on the stand and fight with them. You want confrontation because you're apparently standing up for yourself. That's what this is all about. Is you're standing up for yourself because you've always been a pushover. I don't know. All right. Well, I don't know. I just got an email from YouTube. They're really on my head this time. They just said that they had to cut the stream Whatever. We'll deal with that in a minute. But anyway, usually I like to make sure I always give you guys the positives. But for me this time, I think I'm just a little bit more hurt, and that's okay. It's okay. It's the reality of the situation. It sucks. It's a big waste of our time. And I don't know. We don't have to do any of this. And no one's forcing her to do it. So people ask me, one question I'll answer that people have asked me a lot is like, would you ever talk to her again? Why? Why would I put myself in mental torture for that? Why would I want to put myself in a position to let her mind warp me to make me think I'm crazy and constantly tell myself that I'm crazy because she's so good at putting on both faces to the point where you're like, maybe I'm wrong. Let me question myself. Maybe I am coming off the wrong way. Maybe I am saying the wrong stuff. That's how good she is at it. It's a skill. I don't know, man. I got a lot to say. I don't want to go on too much of a tangent on one thing, but it's you know what? It's helping me realize some serious deep stuff. And it's hard because it's happening right in front of me during this hard stuff, but it's growth. And if I look at it as growth, it's going to make me understand things from a better perspective. Makes me want to be a better dad. Makes me want to be a better person. Makes me want to work harder. I don't know. Makes me want to be better. So if anything comes out of this positively, it just, it's all about your mental. It's all about your mental. And if you work hard and you keep dealing with the hard stuff, you're going to come out a better product, right? It's like they talk about diamonds, pressure, gold, fire, refinement. If you realize that you can be better based off this stuff, you can come out on the other side better. She doesn't want that. She doesn't want it. She chooses it. And it's going to be the next couple weeks. I've actually been struggling one thing. And we're just doing therapy night tonight. So I have been struggling one thing. I'm thinking to myself, I'm supposed to honor my mother and my father. At the same time, what does that mean? How am I supposed to honor that? Do I honor her for raising me? Because once you get married, you're no longer the same kind of kid you were. Right? What does God mean by that? I don't know. And it's like you just be grateful for what they did for you and then try to keep your life going. I'll never have contact with her because of that. It's a mental game I'm not willing to play anymore. I've had enough of that. She makes me think I'm effing crazy just by sitting here. Like I feel crazy just listening to her talk because it's just such a mind warp every time. I'm not going to put myself through that. Anyway, it got a lot. Let me tell you something. I can never, ever expect what is going to happen on our lives. It always keeps it fresh. YouTube keeps it fresh for us, huh? But yeah, I did not expect that interview. I didn't expect to feel the way I do. And I'm a little shook, to be honest with you. What I do hope is that as this goes on, in these chapters for everybody get in the chapters for everybody, close the book for everybody, get justice for everybody. We can move on. We can build something new and different and better for a better world for the next generation to come up, and do our best to be a good person on a daily basis. Make that choice. That's all I'll say tonight. I'm sorry I didn't read as many chats tonight. I'm reading your chats. I'm just not pulling them up, but you guys know I love you. You guys know I appreciate you. Thank you so much for dealing with all the copyright issues on the other one, and coming through to the new stream. You guys are real ones for that, but I appreciate you. Love you. I'll keep you up to date on the community tab. We do have some stuff coming up for the channel, so I will keep you up to date on that. I'm excited about it. We got a lot of stuff coming, and so I will keep you in the loop as much as I possibly can. But love you, appreciate you. Have a great night. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching the stream, and I'll see what I can do about the other one. But anyway, have a great night.